My name is Ian Headley, and I am a writer. That's the thing that I like doing the most. That is the thing that I enjoy spending a lot of my time doing, and it's very fun to be able to make quite a lot of D&D or tabletop-adjacent content, especially given that we're playing with this whole fate system thing. The character that I'm going to be playing is named Broker Dusk, a character that uses he/they/it pronouns. Broker is a strange individual that is a type of fae that we created for the show called an ink cap, which is a fae that has to drink ink from the pages of books, something that makes the books, unfortunately, a little hard to read as time goes on. Broker is a very tall, gangly, pale individual with a jack-o'-lantern smile and ink dripping from their cowboy hat that they are perpetually wearing. They have a long black leather duster, black cowboy boots covered in spider webs, and there's splotches of ink that cover all of the remaining bits of their clothing. They also have a long black scorpion tail sticking out from underneath that duster, just to add that small amount of extra spookiness to their character. Broker's high concept is that he is a spider-wrangling speedster. Wranglers in this world are people that capture and tame bugs, and Broker specifically has a penchant for spiders, something that most other fae try to stay away from due to the fact that spiders tend to eat creatures of that size. He also his trouble, unfortunately for him, is that he is an ex-con, something that will always perpetually follow him around due to a symbol that is always above his left eye. Broker's first aspect is part of the underground, a fact that is going to become very evident by the fact that A, he is a criminal, as we know, and B, people don't seem to like having him around very much. He's definitely very spooky, very intimidating, and because of that, it's much easier to lean into maybe the darker dredges of society. Broker's second aspect is, I know the readers better than most. Now, the readers, of course, are these strange, large people that tend to walk through the library and they take the giant books off the shelves and go through them. It's a whole thing. I don't really understand them. They're very strange. But Broker, in this particular case, has very intimate knowledge of them because he's actually spent time getting very, very close to them, specifically so that he could steal blood for a specific red cap that he knows. Broker's third aspect is, I've seen enough suffering, which, yes, is spoken in Broker's southern accent. I'm very much aware of that fact. The reason for this is that Broker spent enough time traveling throughout the world that they've seen quite a lot of tragedy, and in that regard, they've also realized that they don't really want to leave anybody else behind. There's too much of that in the world, and maybe sometimes people just need a little bit of kindness. Unfortunately, in Broker's specific case, this did not always turn out well for him, and in one particular circumstance involving one Tenerife, it got them locked away. Broker, by trade, is actually a smuggler, somebody that travels in and out of Diction itself, going from forbidden areas that nobody should ever go to, back into the land of Diction, which is a very, very heavily controlled border for the record. Bringing goods that are seen often as very strange, oftentimes forbidden. For instance, there is a relatively large spider egg trade that Broker's very, very heavily invested in that totally never got him in trouble at any point. There's also a lot of trade to go around involving ink, something that every ink cap needs, as well as imagination, which luckily for us can be bottled and sold for other various goods that Broker can find. Watch Health Hits Experience Season 2, premiering Monday, September 16th at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, y'all better be there. I'm gonna have to bring out my lasso, and we don't want that. See you then.